The horrifying story of Bus 375 in Beijing. In 1995, on a freezing winter night, a mysterious incident occurred on Bus 375 in the desolate streets of Beijing. This story has become one of China's most chilling urban legends, and to this day, no one has been able to explain it. The beginning of a fateful journey. Bus 375 ran from Zizimen to the 5th Ring Road in the outskirts of Beijing. At night, it was usually empty, with only a few late-night passengers. That night was particularly cold. Gusts of wind howled through the streets. Thick fog blanketed the roads, and only a few dim streetlights flickered in the darkness. At around p.m., the bus stopped at the Beijing Institute of Physical Education. At that time, only the female driver and a female ticket collector were on board. As the doors opened, 2 passengers stepped onto the bus. A young woman named Hong, a student at the Beijing Institute of Physical Education, and an elderly man, short and frail, walking with a limp. The old man was the security guard of the university, a war veteran from the Qing dynasty era. Despite his age, he appeared alert and trustworthy. Signs of something wrong. Suddenly, the old man quietly shifted in his seat, moving closer to Hong. She was startled and puzzled, as there were plenty of empty seats. Then, out of nowhere, the old man forcefully slapped her on the back. Shocked, Hong turned to him with irritation. But the old man said nothing. He only gave her a knowing wink. Annoyed by his strange behavior, she ignored him. But moments later, he slapped her back again, this time even harder. Unable to hold back, she jumped up and shouted, "What are you doing? Are you trying to harass me?" The old man also stood up immediately, pretending to be angry. "What nonsense are you talking about? I haven't done anything to you. Are you accusing me unfairly?" The female ticket collector quickly intervened. "All right, stop arguing. Young lady, this old man doesn't seem like a bad person." But the old man didn't stop. He grabbed Hong's bag and loudly insisted, "We need to get off this bus. I will not be falsely accused like this." The terrifying truth. Seeing the tension rise, the driver pulled over. Reluctantly, Hong stepped off the bus with the old man. But as soon as the doors shut and the bus started moving again, the old man suddenly clutched her hand, his voice trembling. "I'm sorry, but I had to drag you off. I couldn't save everyone, but I could save you." Hong froze in place. "What? What do you mean?" Taking a deep breath, the old man's eyes filled with fear. "Those 3 men. Didn't you notice? They had no feet. They weren't walking. They were floating above the ground." His words struck her like lightning. Hong's legs gave out beneath her as she realized the men hadn't made a single sound when they boarded the bus. Her body turned ice cold. She turned to look at the bus disappearing into the darkness, an overwhelming sense of dread creeping over her. The chilling conclusion. The next morning, shocking news spread throughout Beijing. Bus 375 was found over 100 kilometers away from the city, overturned on the side of the road. But the most horrifying part was, the bus was completely burned down, leaving only a twisted metal frame. Inside, police found 3 bodies: the female driver, the ticket collector, and an unidentified person. But what terrified everyone the most was that the bodies were severely decomposed. even though only one night had passed something scientifically impossible. Furthermore, when the police examined the bus's fuel tank, they discovered something gruesome. It was filled not with gasoline, but with fresh blood. To this day, no one has been able to explain what happened that night. Who were the three mysterious men? Where did they come from? And why did the bus end up in such a horrifying state? The legend of Bus 375 remains an unsolved mystery. Would you dare board a late-night bus alone?